Hello everyone, this is Chris. Welcome to my first modeling video. In this one, we're going to make a revolving cylinder here. It looks simple, but it can cover quite a few Zmodeler techniques. First of all, I'm gonna pick a cylinder 3D, turn on editing mode, go to initialize, turn the H divide to 30, and the V divide to 4. Oops. And then make polymesh 3D. And before we start, I'm going to quickly show you guys my customized menu here. These are the functions I use all the time for my modeling. If you don't have a menu here and you don't want to keep open these menus to select your function, see, once you click one menu, and if you just click another one, it's just going to close the one on the top. But if you hold shift and click, and everything is just going to stay open, and it's just easier for you to find these functions. So now I'm going to use Zmodeler, BZM, insert an edge just around here. I'm going to turn on the symmetry mode, hit R, and make this 6. To mask these points, slide out a little bit. I'm going to assign these to a different polygroup. Inset polygroup all, inset region, and pick an extra poly loop. To just delete these extra ones. Also, I'm going to delete that face as well. Mask this one. Delete polygroup all. And I will drag the scale to flatten the surface. And now I just need to adjust these points a little bit just to make them straight. To make this part bend, delete these poly. Insert an edge. And I'm going to bridge these edges together. So hit D, you can turn on the dynamic subdivide and to check if everything is nice and smooth. And now I'm going to mask single poly, turn on double. I will shrink these down a bit. I think it's good. The next thing we want to do is to make these bullet holes. So first, let's go back to cylinder 3D, and under initialize, I'm going to change this to 12. Back to our shape, and let's add insert, and I only need this face, so delete everything else. So delete hidden, and make this smaller. Go to a remesh, turn on transpose, and I'm going to rotate 6 times. Sorry, I'm going to repeat 6 times. Rotate the y-axis to 360. So nothing really happens yet because we haven't changed the pivot value. So with the Z amount, 0.2, that looks good. Make mesh, and now I just need to correct the position. Go to geometry, position, and just change this all back to 0. Synthetic gizmo. Merge down everything together. And I'm gonna hit auto groups. sorry, bring this forward, rotate, I'm gonna select everything here and flatten them up. Now here we need another circle, so insert single edge loop, and we can extrude poly group all, no size polys. We're going to bring this one here too. Since I turned on the double, so sometimes, especially when people are modeling something complicated, and you can easily forget if this is actually facing the right direction. If I turn this off, and then it's gone because it's facing the other way. So what I need to do is isolate that and flip, and if I turn the double off, now you can see it's facing the right direction. So I'm going to select everything here and just flatten these. Looks good. Now let's just bridge these all together. And we're going to add all these circles to the other side as well. Extrude polygroup all. And bring these to the other side. Just isolate these, flip, and select everything here. Just flatten that. Now I can just assign this to a new polygroup and delete polygroup all. And I'll just bridge these together. Q-mesh, polygroup all. So extrude all the way to the other side. Oh, sorry. This part is actually extruding out. So delete these edges. Sorry. One line, polygroup flat. And do the same thing on the other side. Now, let's go to our cylinder 3D and change the edge divide to 12. Go to Subtool, insert the cylinder 3D. I'll shrink this down a little bit, and I'll assign all these, each two, to a different polygroup. You just extrude polygroup all, and then sorry, just click, click, click. Oh no, let's do that again. So extrude that out, click, click, Good. And we only need the front face. And go to our cylinder 3D again. This time, let's change the edge divide to 30. Just rotate them a bit, just so they look straight. Let's add the cylinder, insert, then scale this up a little bit. Shrink this down this way. I'll assign this to a different polygroup. I'll merge these two down together. Then insert, oh sorry, before I do that, I'll insert an edge loop around here and assign this to a new polygroup. Delete polygroup all and delete single poly. That looks good. Select everything here and flatten these. Now what we need to do is just stitch these points together. This part is a little bit tricky to stitch, so what we can do is mask these points and bring them forward. Just make it easier for you to stitch these points. And once you turn on the dynamic subdivide, it actually shows all these points, the direction where these points come from. It looks crazy, but it's actually easier for me to stitch them together. Now it looks good. I want to extrude this hole here. Insert a single edge loop like that. And to make sure this part match this part, especially this circle in the center, use mirror to the y-axis. So mirror, now it's flipped to this side, and mirror on the world. And I will delete the edge loop in the center. Assign this to a different polygroup. So insert like that. And QMesh, polygroup all. Looks good. The last step is to make a curved edge here. Insert an edge loop. And I will assign these to a new polygroup as well. And I will QMesh polygroup all, bring them down, and then because this curve is start from here, so I'm gonna stitch these points together. Oops. So I'll stitch this one to this one, and I will do I'll stitch these points from inside as well. I'll mask this one and bring them forward just a touch so we can make this curved detail. And now bring this up a bit more and then scale this up. Assign these to a new polygroup. Create polygroup and go to bevel and add these bevels. Oops. Now everything looks just nice and smooth. Finally, I'm just gonna scale this down and bring everything together. One last thing, let's just make this detail here. So first of all, I'm gonna go to auto group, and it's just easier to manage. Bring this forward just a little bit. Insert multiple edge loop, so I can have an edge right in the center of this circle, and I'll do the same thing here. Assign these to a new polygroup. QMesh polygroup all. Just bring it all the way to the other side. And let's bring this back in here. And I think it's done. It's finished. I won't worry about this detail here because I can just make a high poly version and bake the detail on my low poly. And I can actually quickly show you guys how to do that. So first of all, I can I can subdivide this a couple of times to make it nice and smooth. Duplicate this low poly again and initialize, which they so you can hit cylinder. So now you got a brand new cylinder here, and now I'm just gonna rotate it 90 degrees, convex hull. I will choose circle maybe, and let's try that. That's good. And I can bevel this part and QMesh polygroup all. Extrude this back in just a touch. Use a remesh. I'm going to turn this 90 degree again, right here, bring it down. Geometry and delay lower. Go to a remesh and repeat this 6 times and rotate. Maybe 360. Go to our pivot. And make a new folder. I'm gonna call this boolean. Bring this in. This will be the start. Below will be the subtract. And I'll just turn on light boolean. Boom. Easy, right? And so this is how you can build a revolver cylinder in Zbrush. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and learned something from this. So thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you like my video, and I will see you next time. Bye.